Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. Returns Kogintu back again to this kind of away here, a little bit relaxing, a little bit, because it has been so post-committed and too much of the post-coms here and there, and we understand how the things are just always coming out. I'm a little bit here in a very decent hotel here, a little bit to have a lecture and also get a little bit of a meal, as I'm gonna be making sure that everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Wherever you are watching from, thank you very much for you being tuned and also subscribing, liking and sharing. Thank you very much everyone who has been tuned and locked in and also supporting to make sure that the channel is going to be growing. And the return subscribers, thank you very much for you being tuned also to make sure that everything is coming out. We are just charifragistically very nice at this kind of the moment, so we can just give you this kind of the way moment, so you can just have this kind of the way forward as far as everything is in concern. And too much of how the things going to be coming, you understand what has been backfalling and ABCD here and there, but that is nature, we understand. And this kind of an artifact I'm going to be talking about, we understand each and every kind of the way we move from one position to another position. We have this kind of a way of not understanding each other in a way that most of the people will talk about, okay, oh, because you hate Gintu, because you don't like Gintu. I have never ever talked about if you don't like me or you like me, on how you will watch and how you're gonna be commenting. That is not part of the program. What we need is just measure whatever you are just gonna be texting, because in each and every kind of the channels, because much of the people talk about, oh, why are you using this name, why are you using this name. When it comes to another scenario, they are watching people who are using my name and they are commenting their very big shits and bullshits and talking about, oh, Gintu, we're gonna be checking on you, it's your last moment and whatever. You are not God and you will never be God. And let me get some of the calls here, then I'm going to be back, because I'm going to be handling much of the 2-3 things here in this kind of a very decent hotel called Jaffa Hotel. You understand how they're going to be coming to you live. They're having jealousy and having some ego, which is driving much of the people to do such kind of the things. And I'll say it because much of the people, they think about, okay, you are popular, and what is necessary is whereby you are talking about the police. The police came and told me that, oh, Gintu, you understand, they are talking about you are using their names. My question is one, who told them to be popular? Question number two, they understand that they're a public figure, including even Gintu is a public figure, in a way that you are posting the content in the whole continent. All the continents are watching. You are a public figure, including when the president comes and launches the road. I'm launching this road. Are you going to be talking about the road was launched by who? You have to talk about the president of Kenya has launched this road. So how do you want Gintu to elaborate that I'm going, or this case it has been in this? Because I know actually this is the person who is having this at this moment. I have to say him. That is it. How many people are just using Gintu's content? And why is only Gintu being spoken that I'm the only person who is using his own name? So at that artifact, the people who are just supporting him, I'm very sorry for that one. Keep it tuned. I'm going to be making it happen, because we're going to be having more and more things to come. Still, the village report going to be coming out, because we have not stopped it. And that is the verdict I'm going to be giving you as we have more and necessary. The next chapter I'm coming in, I heard about Uncle Mo had done something which is not necessary. I'm going to be coming with the village report one-on-one from Mama Ann's family to understand what has been there and what is really necessary at that kind of the juncture. Right now, being given a phone, and with so many of the ways I talk about, I cannot even explain about how I'm up to right now be given a phone. It was something which was very headache. That you can even go with somebody's phone and be told that don't give it out, because when you give it out, Gintu will be out, or Gintu, we should not give it out because we want to close that channel for good. And I don't know if they wanted to go with the phone, I don't know where, so they can just hack it or do whatever. That is not the necessary way. And I had said it, they could have, and I knew it. Even if they could have stored it, they could just bring it back to me the way necessary, because we could just use any kind of the means talking about using the litigation process for it to come back, because I'm ordered to be given it. But somebody talks about you cannot be given. You are just standing me here and calling the other party that, oh, he's here back, oh, he's whatever and whatever. We understand it. It's a way of, if you understand that your money has been eaten, don't bring that kind of the way of talking about now. You should do the necessary again for that money to be recovered. I understand how the things do go, and this is the nature of this kind of the ways of handling this kind of the pogroms. So at this kind of an artifact, I'm going to be talking about Gintu is out and everything is necessary. I'm going to be checking each other on date 14, 9th, and we're going to be checking each other there to the court so it can just make it happen on 14th September. Check you there. We're going to be having more and more coming at that kind of an Esquire, so you can just handle and make it happen. To the people subscribing and liking and sharing, always been tuned. Make sure that you are ever there to make it happen, because this is what we call postquams. I don't take them as a challenge. I take them as a way of a teaching of tomorrow. And I don't have any grudge with anyone that, oh, you accused me, you got me there. I'm still learning also. This is the good and the proper way of learning. And to pass through this kind of the channel, you have to learn. And then even to make sure that you are coming out vibrantly, it's because I'm becoming a headache, or I'm giving them a competition. That's why you see everybody is talking about Gintu, Gintu, Gintu. And I'll just sorry, and I will just talk about I've forgiven whoever talking about, oh, Gintu has gone forever and whatever, and whatever they think about. I'm very sorry about that one. You are not God and you are not judges. So keep it tuned, because you're going to be checking into every day, every time, uploading and becoming with the content as far as everything is in concern. And the Virgin report has to continue with an immediate effect. Let them bring the breaking news. They'll find me unto their doors, waiting for that report and coming in to other people so they can just understand what's really going to be popping out at that moment.
Kaboom.
Mayani here.
Wagwan.
What's up, man?
Everything good?
Everything is wagwan.
I'm happy now you are here.
Exactly. We are back.
When you go, the climate was very cool.
Already.
But
the climate
now,
was cool outside here, but cold inside there.
Yeah.
You understand the properties of there.
I'm a victim also.
You understand how everything is. But what I always say is respect to everyone who has been tuned and giving us the most of JAR players, and making sure that we are getting the access and be covered with the blood of Jesus, because we're going to be making it happen. Still, we are leveling it up to make it happen.
Wagwan.
Thank you very much.
To my YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Only Mayani.
Only Mayani.
Yeah,
make it happen, man.
Wagwan.
Keep it tuned. Thank you for you coming and making it happen. For the people ever supporting and talking about Gintu, has to come out. Thank you very much. That kind of the possibility, because it has happened, it has happened. And what we talk about, even the water, or talk about the river, has some meanders. There's a time water goes and settle very cool. There's nothing happens. But when you see water is very cool, understand that's the deepest part and very, very dangerous place in the continent. And this kind of the fact, keep it tuned. Things going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one, and I'm going to be making it happen at each and every section. It's going to be coming, because this one, it's going to be coming still to your position, and everything going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one, as I'm going to be breaking this kind of the chapter, this kind of the fantastic module. So where you are coming from, thank you very much, and keep it tuned, keep it watching, subscribe, like, share, comment, and we move. And this is the beginning and the last chapter of this video. Coming soon from Uncle Mo's position. What's going to be coming out from that position? Keep it wagwan. Coming back in a short while.
Kapasuka mahali pengine.
Huku inaenda kulipima ingia kwenda kuna zile sehemu kapo hapo.
Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's Gintu back again to the root of today. It's one-on-one live coverage that we're going to be starting at this kind of the moment right now, so you can just have it done one-on-one, because we shall be we as we're going to be making we as we are. So as everything going to be moving to you live, and we have democratized live here, so as everything going to be running one-on-one at the G Castle and back to the system. You understand the pogroms and intercoms that have been following to understand that it's just the diminishing and making much of the people accusated, but much of the things going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. There's no much of hesitation. We have to go forward. That is what the forward march always. Security is very tight, understanding that whoever gonna be coming gonna be checking it very rough at this kind of the moment, guys. Wherever you're coming from, thank you much for you being tuned and locked in as we're gonna be starting this kind of the video. Thank you much everyone who is the returning subscribers and the new subscribers who are in to enjoy the content and make it happen. This is the real G talk about here we are. It's one-on-one live, which is we call it today's today, tomorrow gonna be another day, as we venture back and to the G Castle, as we're gonna be checking it how it is here. We are moving forward very fantastically and moving on very, very good, and we are embarked to understand that we have our own duties to perform regardless of A, B, C, D, intercoms and A, whatever and whatever. Here we are, we have to make sure that everything is moving very systematic. So when we are talking about the G Castle, we have already finished outside here, talk about the scuttings of we can call it the deck here, and also all the wirings are now necessary. Talk about all the initials that were to be placed here are there to make sure that even the lightings, we're going to be having so much of the lightings here. So here we are just moving in a way that it's in a good pace, because we're going to be having the finishing point of this kind of the G Castle here, because whenever we're going to be getting inside here, it's Gintu just going to be orienting you in to understand that everything is so fantastic here. So here we are, and everything is just democratizing. We have this kind of the gypsumers. They are making it happen, because we are now enclosing every place here to make sure that the G Castle now gonna be enclosed and everything gonna be very systematic to enjoy the vibe, and also the drawings here called the flowers of the gypsum area of this kind of the area. So everything is just going on because there are so many sections that are preferred at this kind of the moment. Talk about today we have two sections here. Talk about the people who are just dealing with we can call it the starting of the gypsum, like the guy who is at this kind of the corner here is the one who is orienting the gypsum and is making it happen, because this is just a corner strip that's going to be handled here to make sure that everything is so fantastic, because the G Castle has much of the corner strips here and the middle strips here, so as everything going to be moving so fantastic. So we are discussing about the lighting system, how it's going to be a lighting here, because already at this kind of the area we can just see how the lighting will be just passing here. And also the name Gintu here, it's going to be having its own lighting system that's going to be placed there. So also we're going to be having the lighting system that are going to be placed here to make sure that everything is running so meticulous here. So they are now gauging to understand how things going to be put here, so as everything will be moving so fantastic here. So as we go to the second stage, they're just fixing much of the boards here, and one is finishing. This part is now going to be having the finishing point. Talk about this, the finishing line. And you can see there are talented people who are just doing this kind of the work. Talk about knowledge and skilled in terms of doing the gypsum work here. As you can even see how the work is progressing here. Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Everything is very awesome.
It is very, very...
Work has to continue. Yeah. Exactly. So this is the work. Talk about the kitchen right now. It's fully developed. Now we're going to be having some lightings inside there. I don't know if I can just go there so you can just see what is really happening here. And I'm very, very tall. I'm going to be reaching at the top here. And I'm the tallest person here. So I don't know if I could be coming to this kind of the spot to do it. So we're going to be having some of the lighting systems that are going to be coming to this kind of the area here to make sure that it's going to be developing, and they're going to be lighting this kind of the flower, how it is from the downer area. This is how it's just looking there. So also we're going to be having this kind of a snake light area that we're going to be passing all around to make sure that the area is lit more meticulously. meticulously, because that is what we need to come up with to make sure that everything is so fantastic here. So everybody is just oriented to his own work to make sure that everything is moving so characteristically very nice. For the people who are talking about giving me much of the advices and talking about Gintu, it could be this way, it could be that way, I always take all the positions, and I am not biased in terms of whatever. I always talk about any kind of the rectification always being rectified. I always go hand in hand with it. That's why you see the work continues daily. So this is the system for electrification here. The wires are passing like Safari Rally. And talk about electricity is also here. Talk about, I said that this G castle already, it has electricity inside here. It's only connectivity, because we cannot have the connectivity before we just do some of the skimmings and much more into this kind of the G castle here. And this is what is giving much of the people the problem. Talk about the intercoms, the meanders of the days and whatever. This is the G castle that's giving much of the people a headache. Talking about why is it going on, because there are so many people who started, and Gintu is moving characteristically very fast to make sure that the G castle is going to be coming to an end. But that is the slow motion that we're going to be having. But at the end of the moment, we shall have the G castle in a complete mission, whereby there's no one can tell us how to not to go and whatever. We understand not everybody is very happy about whatever is just continuing here. And as far as everything is in concern, we have everything to be placed where necessary at this kind of the point. And that's why the G castle at the kitchen today, I think it's gonna be finished. So as you can just go to another panel, which is we just go to this kind of the ladder here is a little bit having a problem. You can touch here. Let me go down. Wow, go on. Thank you. So let me go to another area so they can just see how the things are just happening here. So everything is good, bro. Hello.
Yo.
How are you?
I'm good.
Everything is good.
Good.
Exactly.
As you can see,
yeah,
things are going slow.
Things are going
smartly.
on smartly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So is fixing also. I think that it's outside. That's the outside. Yeah. Get it in a little bit. Get it in. Yeah. Exactly. Fantastic. So that's the fixing of the gypsum, and is now finishing up, talking about smoothening the area to make sure that the G castle is looking so characteristically very nice. These are GC, talking about a GC coming from that far end. It's a G castle, and it's one of the modernest ways of developing the gypsum way, because we shall not be the same every time talking about, this other person did it this way, did it that way. No, we have to be a little bit different in such kind of a manner, so as we can just make it happen. This kind of an artifact, I'm gonna be talking about, the engineer is here, and is the one who is dealing with this kind of the stars very meticulously. So I'm gonna be getting to the upper section. We will fade down here. I don't trust something which I'm told. Let me go in first. How are you?
I'm fine.
Everything is nice? So we are up. So right now the video is coming from the top of the G castle, and we are at an aerial view as we see other people in an aerial manner. So here we are one-on-one. So this is called a new design that's coming from here. So we're gonna be having a snake light landing here.
Snake lights.
Yeah, snake light running at this kind of the position. Okay, so this is the middle stage of the snake light. So it's gonna be reflecting from the far end also. So because we have the far end there, and we have this kind of an end. Exactly. So also to that kind of the corner there, we're gonna be having it there.
The snake lights. Also.
Okay. So we're gonna be having so many lightings here and so many sockets. I think we shall have a one zone for the sockets. I talk about it, and I think about we're gonna be drilling a way of so many sockets and area, and so as you can just have it decorated there. Continue the work, man. Or you want to move? Where are you moving to? Or you are waiting for? Oh, you want to fix this area here? Exactly. Continue the work and make it happen. Guys, we are moving. The G castle is moving. The security is very tight, and nobody can bring nya here because they are secured here at this kind of the panel. So everything is moving at the G castle here, and I always promise you that everything has to come to you live, which is one-on-one. There's no much of talking about, oh, it's gonna be this way or it's gonna be that way. Exactly. Oh, the security is following me. It is not now again. We have to understand how the program is running here, and it has been raining. The climate is climatizing here, very cold, chilly, and that is the way we have to move forward. And there's there's not much of hesitation about ABCD. Right now, we're going to be embarking to the program of farming, talk about maize farming and much more, so as you can just make it happen. We have other gentlemen here. I always talk about, I have so many people who are just working here to make it happen. So right now, I'm starting talking about the GCAS is about to have the finishing point. It's under 80% in a completion. So we have to make sure that the compound is going to be now maintained in terms of making sure that everything is so fantastic. So we have some of the gentlemen here. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, fine.
So what are you doing?
We are working.
Working. You understand, in Africa, working is a work, eh? Yeah. Exactly. So here, guys, I want them to remove this kind of a tree log here to make sure that we are having a small space here, because I have a toilet there. They will bring much of the harm when I will just be building that kind of the toilet hole is there. So as everything gonna be moving so fantastic, because I'm gonna be expanding the home. Whoever is talking about, oh, Gint will not move or whatever, I'm just talking about let them keep dreaming, and everything gonna be coming very, very fantastic, because we shall not have to an end, because an end is when everything is done, and that is what gonna be coming, because I want to transform this kind of the home here from this kind of the section here to come back up to where the toilets are. I'll talk about at the back side here, because we have started talking about the cleanness here, because I don't know if I'll just remove this kind of the tree. I don't know, from the comment section, I don't know, the people who understand about the nature and whatever, this kind of the tree, I don't know if it's gonna be a headache here when I'm gonna be building at this kind of the point, the area, because it's gonna be getting out as this kind of the mud houses gonna be coming back to the wall to be attached, because the wall gonna be passing through this kind of the toilet here, as it's gonna be making sure that you're gonna be aligned with the toilet here up to the far end, because the fish ponds they're there to make sure that everything is so fantastic here. This is how everything is looking like, and this area here I can just talk about this is where my grandfather was ever resting here, and also this was the best talk about whenever you were told that to go and migrate and whatever, when my father was to migrate to this kind of the home, and they just built much of the houses here, my grandfather was the one who was attached at this kind of the area. So this kind of the log reflects him, and because this is where he was posing to do something called art, and I don't know if it's called a crafting, something like that one. So he was the one who was doing the tilting of those kind of the hose, talk about some of the traditional seats here. So he was making it art and craft, exactly. So this way he was posing a little bit. So this kind of the tree here, it's called omobo in our vernacular, and this is the tree here. I don't know if you have ever seen it, this one here. So this kind of the tree, it's the one that's used to make some traditional seats that are four-legged, and you have ever seen them, and in the tradition here. And also this kind of the tree also, it's the one that is used to make something called cooking sticks. So it's very best, it cannot split, because it's very hard, and in terms of cooking it's well maintained, and it can just come out very fantastic. That's what I mean from here. So to get me back to where the legend is, talk about the legendary, and I have said it that we're going to be embarking to cultivation, as this kind of an area they were just covered with maize. I don't know if my honey has already planted, I don't know, but he has already cultivated. Talk about use of the tractors. So I'm gonna be taking that advantage. I think by tomorrow but one, I'm gonna be having these places already cultivated. I'll talk about tilled, the first tillage with the tractors here to make it happen here. So the rain has been raining. The legend is resting in peace here. Talk about everything so fantastic at that kind of the moment. Exactly. We have to honor the dignity and make it happen. So I think my bricks here, they're gonna be leached, because the rain is too much, and the Gachagua, they have migrated. I don't know to which kind of an area they are, and these ones, they are really protected inside here. So everything is so fantastic. So we're gonna be coming to embark to much of the duties. So right now there's not much of talking about, oh, Gint wanna be coming with the village report. I don't know if the village report is gonna be coming out. I don't know if it's gonna be coming, and I've seen much of the people they're going to be talking bad about Gintu, wherever they're going to be moving from each and every kind of the section, talking bad. And at that kind of the moment, I talk about, I'm not interested of a person who is abusing me, and you have never helped me with anything. So in terms of that one, I hear it like a deaf, horse. I don't hear those kind of the things here. So we have to move forward. Despite the challenges, they are there, and we have to make sure that everything is moving. So this this kind of a moment here, I have a little bit killed this kind of the banana here, so as you can just have the maize plantation area at this kind of the area because of 2-3 things here. So I'm gonna be checking all around so as you can just see what's really popping out. The security is very tight at the back to make sure that you're gonna be giving me the notification on what is necessary at each kind of the moment here. Hello, mambo vipi? Avocado? Yeah, we have avocado trees here. So I think they are harvesting some avocados here, and they are so big, califragistically very nice. Exactly. So this is how big the avocados are. So we always have avocados here. You can see how they are big enough to make sure that people can just eat. So they are just harvesting. Okay, so everything is nice. So here it's just called we call it a cash flow. It's part of the cash flow to make sure that our account is accountable for that kind of the money. So the avocados are so big enough to make sure that they are so big enough here. You can even see them here. So we have people who always come for them and go and ripen them and take them back to, we can call it, they take them back to the market for the selling when they are ripened there. So that is the movement that we always do to make sure that the area is moving despite the challenges. We have to understand, because not everybody is happy about, oh, Gintu is doing this one. Nobody is very happy about that one. But we understand that that is the nature. Not everybody will ever like you. And I saw, because right now I'm now spotting to understand that whenever you are passing, you can get some people talking about, oh, Gintu, how are you leaving us here, and whatever and whatever. When you get some problems, they're the ones who are always coming out to talk about, oh, you know, he has been arrested, ABCD, and will never come out. And this kind of the people who are just talking such kind of the things, they're the ones who are having much of the problems of discussing and talking about, oh, they should just go there for the survival. But that is nature. We have such kind of the human beings, and we have to understand how the program is. So right now I know it's because of we can call it a reasonate way of we have to reason properly, because everybody has his own reasoning of and understanding very properly on how things are going to be moving from each and every kind of the area. So at this kind of the moment I'm going to be talking about whoever is just watching the video from wherever you are. I know it has been a long time a little bit that people are talking about, yeah, we are waiting for this kind of the let them keep on pushing and talking about it's going to be the way they think about it going to be coming. But what we understand is tomorrow is another day. Nobody knows about tomorrow, because tomorrow comes on its own way of getting forward. So at this kind of the moment I'm going to be getting you in touch, because we have to talk about what is necessary at the moment and make it happen. Exactly. So guys, we have the G Castle is always getting on and on, because we shall not pause, because the G Castle has to go in a finishing rate, and we have to open it very fast, so as we can just have the G Castle working as far as everything is in concern. So we are in the preparation. I think by tomorrow we have some nursery beds here, and they're gonna be working properly, because even the fish ponds, they're here. I've not shown you guys. Let me show you. This is just the first one that's collecting water for construction, and also we have the fish pond. It's here, it's working here, it's having much of the water there, and it's going to be used in terms of we call it farming of the greens, because I have some nursery beds here already. We have some kales here, and we have some of the ones that are here, to make sure that we're going to be having this area producing something called the G agriculture that's going to be coming there. Very fantastic. So everything is just calculated, and we shall be giving you much of the reservoirs that are going to be coming out in very recent way, because we are moving so meticulous. I had so many timbers here, but right now they're just being used, because some of them they have been used in terms of building the people's toilets, and I always give them out to make sure they're going to be helping other people, because if I have used, like this is a 4x2, if I've used it already and somebody wants it, I can just talk about this one. I'm not using it by now, and they're going to be doing much of the toilets for the vulnerable. It's going to be so fantastic in terms of that area there. So when we come back to the G Council, much of the people are asking about what's really remaining. When we come out from the gypsum right now, gypsum ceiling board, we're gonna be getting back to skimming, which is gonna be getting next week, skimming of the G castle here. After skimming, we're gonna be having the tiling, and after tiling, we're gonna be having now finishing point of the plumbing and fixing all the toiletries and whatever. It's gonna be fixed here very properly. From there now, we're gonna be coming out. We're gonna be finishing inside as we come out. So then we're gonna be coming out in terms of tiling and skimming also, because we're gonna be having the skimming. If I see it's gonna be good, we're gonna be having the skimming of the whole house up to outside to make sure that we're gonna be having the skimming at once. And when we finish the skimming, we're gonna be getting to the tiling, which is gonna be coming from the floor up to this kind of the pillars. They're gonna be skimmed. Much of the people are asking about, oh, Gintu, this area, how is gonna be? It's gonna be flattened and it's gonna be skimmed, and this kind of the pillars, they're gonna be tiled to make sure that they're just reflecting the surface area, which is the white surface area outside here in terms of the skirting area there. So that is what the effective manner we're gonna be using here to make sure that the G castle is looking so fabulous and very meticulous here. So right now we are just remaining with the gypsum people like two days from today. From tomorrow, as they're going to be finishing it up in this week, as we're going to be starting the skimming with an immediate effect. And also electrification, talk about, you have seen that we're going to be having so many lightings there, and also we're going to be having as much as more electricity, so many watts they're going to be used in this kind of the G castle to make everything to happen here, inclusive that we have also the doors and the windows to be fixed in terms of aluminium, and also tiling. Guys, I was just thinking about even this kind of the spaces here, we're going to be tiling this kind of the areas in terms of the windows here to make sure that this kind of a little decoration, it's going to be reflecting very much good when you're going to be tiled a little bit here. And also you understand that whenever you tile some of the pillars or such kind of the small pillars here that are just reflecting here, it cut cost in terms of the paintings, because when you a little bit have some tiling to this kind of the pillar, it just give you an easy time to make sure that you are having a better and a better painting way of it. So everything gonna be moving to you very fantastic, and everything gonna be coming. So no, this is the decoration of it, so it cannot go down. So this is the decoration, it has to reach there because all of them are reaching there. This is a decoration because it's reflecting like that kind of a small cascading there. It reflects with this one here. So it put this as a cube. So it's one of the designs that were designed here, very meticulous. I don't know if you could have some lightings here, inside here. I don't know if it could just make it sense, I don't know. And we shall see if you're gonna be having that security light also to light this one here. It's gonna work, eh? Exactly. So we shall find out. This is an electrician here, and is the one who is making things to come out very fantastic, as everything is just moving so random here. So still we're gonna be having this kind of the ladders here. We're gonna not get them out from here because they're gonna be having some other work to do, because we shall not demolish them, and again whenever the tiling gonna be done, again we shall have to put them here. So better they stay there a little bit and wait for the tiling process, because it's gonna not be so far from right now as it's gonna be a procedure and getting forward. You understand that whenever some people find that Gintu is a little bit getting much of the things done, they think about, as I was hearing much of the people talking about, Gintu is just getting much of the money from I don't know where. Much of the people can never know who you are until they come to you, because I see much of the demagogues talking about, Gintu has I don't know somebody from I don't know where. I'm very sorry about it, that is the one who is building and whatever. I'm very sorry about that one, and I can just pinpoint to them one-on-one even right now that even if they talk about their even those kind of the people are talking about whatever, they have them. But it's only Gintu and the people who understand how the G castle is built. They understand what is meant. And when I speak about it, they understand. But not the demagogues who are coming to throw some of the words because they threw out from this kind of the G castle. Thinking about, now you're going to be knowing Gintu. So we're going to be exposing and thinking about we're going to be getting much of the people here. No, everything has to get forward. But I'm not having any kind of the grudge, because they're going to be having a grudge with Gintu, but Gintu is califragistically very nice. So keep it tuned. I'm going to be back to you in a small section so as you can just handle and make things happen from this kind of the area one-on-one. Keep it tuned. Back to you in a short while as we're going to be fixing the nation and fixing the errors as they're going to be coming. Keep it tuned. Hello beautiful people, welcome back. And it has been raining cats and dogs, and it's right now we are just coming from getting some shelter here. And I think right now the children, they are now so fantastic here. So we are heading to the frontier there. It has rained cats and dogs for more than 2 hours sitting inside. Even my buttocks are buttocksing. And right now I don't know how we're gonna be sitting and walking a little bit here. Gonna be walking like a person who is circumcised here, but no problem. We are heading to the site, and the project has to continue. As everything is just in concern, we have much of the people gonna be coming, and we're gonna be getting to this kind of the home, so you can just know what really are popping out here, and also we get to understand the real model of getting forward. That is the way of us to get forward and make it happen, because we are we, and as far as we are we have to make sure that we are passing through whatever. Talk about rainy, sunny, whichever condition, whichever climate, we have to go on with it more perpendicularly. So, woo, sorry. The road is roading, eh? Yeah, the road is roading here a little bit. Yeah.
You can see now the veggies.
Yeah, the veggies now gonna be coming out, eh? More fantastic. So it has rained, guys. It's a blessing, and that's the best way for us to move, and that's the best way for us to move forward. Because if it has rained, that is very, very awesome. This is how this kind of an area is. So this is how the grass attached is just removing much of the water, because it's not like some iron sheets. Are the children inside?
The children not inside,
so you can now imagine how it's raining, eh? So this is what I was talking about, guys. Look at inside here. It's raining cats and dogs inside here. You can just light it up so as people can just see what I always talk about here. Because this is water that's just coming up to this kind of an end here. And this is where they're sleeping.
And this is where they're cooking.
Yeah, this is where they're cooking. So you can even see how the condition is. And also you can see how this kind of, it's just waterly, in a waterly in a manner. So this is how it's just, look at this kind of the position. You can even see to outside. And that's the area. You can see it's raining here. And these are the clothings here. And this is the way. And I think these are just the stuffs that they are sleeping. That's how they're just being put there. So we're going to be changing the lives here. Yeah, this is the clothing, guys. You can even check. This is the clothing, imagine. So it's something which is very, very weird whenever we come out. Hey, how are you? You are good? So this is the cloth? Oh, my living God.
Sema sawa.
So these are the clothes you have?
Yes.
Hizi ndio nguo uko nazo?
Yes.
Sema ndio. Sema ndio.
Guys, you can see the condition they are, and that's the condition we want to handle here right now. Here we have the father is here, and he was talking to me something here, and we're gonna be handling it. How are you, man? Everything is good? Yeah. So we are back. Yesterday time I came here and you are not available. Hukuwa bana. Ulikuwa umeenda vibarua kidogo. Nilikutana na mama. Yuko ndani? Hata huko umesema huku kunanyesha?
Hata huku.
Aya, kunanyesha? Guys, it's raining cats and dogs inside here. We're gonna be checking what really gonna be popping out here. Oh my God. Hey. So, oh, inanyesha. Oh, to the bedding here. You can even see, guys. This kind of the point, eh?
You can see.
Exactly. So, even the net. Even right now, it's just coming down. Look, imagine. Yeah. We can check it, guys. So it's something that we can just rectify, and we're gonna be popping out to know because we have talk about the man who is the owner of this kind of the home is around here. Sasa tunataka kukuwekea nyumba. We want to put a good house, and which will be 2 rooms yako na ya watoto. So 2 rooms, which is for the father and also for the children, to make sure that everything gonna be so fantastic here. So una select wapi uko juu? Oh, so you have selected the upper section.
You know, in Korea land,
yeah,
we have to select because always
the father should be at the top, eh? Which is the north. Should face the north.
Yeah. So when you come, face the south.
Should face the south, but the house will be at the north. Exactly. So, guys, that's where we want to be heading to. So as we have the guys here. Do you have the food? Yeah. Exactly. Let's see on how it's gonna be, because there are much of the people are talking about Gintu. It will never happen. It's happening, because already this was the structure that he was just building. You can even see it's shaking all of it. And can you use this kind of the trees?
No.
These are very short, huh?
These are very short.
Very short. So guys, imagine this is the house that I'm even more taller than it. So you can understand how it is. So we're gonna be selecting this kind of the field here. Yeah, iko sawa, si ndio? So mabati kama 20 ni kutoka Yako 20 sahi, but we will add. Guys, I think we have 20 iron sheet by now. And American style?
Naweza kula like 27.
27. Atatuongeza. In case, I don't know, because we have 20 by now, and if we're gonna be adding it up, we can just understand. So the good fact is, oh, so 30 iron sheets can. Mogongo. American style. Oh, so guys, we are having witnesses here as we are just progressing with this kind of the way. So I think now, I think we can raise, guys. We can raise the 5, and I'll just have to talk to the talk about our representative here to add us even 5. It can be possible. So I think you're talking about 30 iron sheets will be enough for American style, or L. Or L. Oh, an L is just like a stretched one, then it's just a corner. Oh, like that one there. So that one is very nice, eh?
Very nice.
It's 2 rooms, eh?
3 rooms.
3 rooms. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be 3 rooms? Yeah, so if we have 30 iron sheets, it's gonna be 3 rooms. Yeah.
But you have said the room of the father and
the children,
and have the sitting room.
The sitting room.
Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will be so nice. Yeah. So American style, like the one that is there. Talk about an L, eh? It's gonna be so fantastic. So guys, we have 20 iron sheet at this kind of the point, and I know we're gonna be contributing until we reach to 30, or let's our area talk about MCA to talk about if we're gonna be adding as a little bit of it, and we wanna be doing it as fast as possible. And how long will it take?
Until we plaster it.
No, not until plaster. Plaster is another deal. Talk about if we will reach at that kind of the. We want them before the schools are open. We want them to be arranged in the house. Talk about you have less than 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
By 2 weeks time, you understand we have their bed, and right now, guys, we cannot put a bed where it's raining. And talk about the roof is raining cats and dogs, and we're gonna be changing their lives here automatically at this kind of the point. And that's what we've talked about. I cannot come with a bed and a mattress and put it there where it's just raining. We are doing nothing at that kind of the moment. Even anybody can just talk about it's something that we'll be doing, which is nothing there. But the good framework is to make sure that we're gonna be having other things. It's like I bring much of the stuffs here, then we talk about where are they going to be stored. So it will be something which is gonna be krakatuing at this kind of the moment. So at this kind of the, I know we can raise 5 others, and which is one iron sheet is a 1,050, which is approximately $9, and we can just raise to those kind of 30, so you can just make it happen. So we have a representative here, so you can just give us a little bit of a recap here on how the things gonna be coming. Hello.
Yes, how are you?
I'm great, I'm fine. Carifragist, very nice. What about you?
I'm good.
Fantastic. Yeah. So we are back here again, and we are just looking forward. We go direct to the point, whereby we want to we have some iron sheets, and we're going to be supporting him to make sure they're going to be getting a 3-room house. And they talk about 30 iron sheet will be enough. And already right now we have 20, and I know we can raise up to 25. So can you add us a little like 5?
Yeah, of course I will.
You will?
I will.
Very fantastic. Keep it tuned, because that was, we were just looking forward to make sure that we're going to be starting it by even tomorrow. And we are looking for trees. I will just be looking for somebody here who can just sell us some of the trees from here. It's not a must we come from Nyabohansi with some of the trees. We can find them.
Get them locally.
Locally here. And that's the way we want to get. Thank you very much. That's what the point I was waiting for. So you can just make sure that you're going to be continuing with this kind of the vibe. Exactly. So if it's an L, so the dimensions, so it's gonna be fixed here? Yeah. Exactly. So if it's gonna be enough here, it's gonna be so fantastic. That's what we ever needed to make sure that we are changing their lives. And this kind of the structure will be like a compound. I think we'll just demolish this kind of the other side, and it will have a little bit of a compound here. Then we shall just stock them and make sure that they're just continuing with their own vibe of making their own lives getting forward. So guys, keep it tuned, keep it locked, as everything gonna be coming, and we're gonna be getting to know from him if we're gonna be having some of the trees here. Watoto wako na baridi. Mambo. So bro, kuna miti hapa? Hatuwezi nunua miti? Kununua lakini si eti wewe hauna, si ndio? So tunaweza nunua miti. Okay, we can buy some of the trees, guys, and that's what we need. So how many trees can we buy? How many poles?
Round poles we need 60 pieces.
60 pieces.
Yeah.
At home I have like
40.
I have like 40.
Yeah.
Will they reach 40?
They are almost
30s?
20. Let us say 20 something.
No, 30.
Yeah.
Put it 30. So we're gonna be having like 30 poles at home, and we're gonna be adding like 30. So we can just find somebody who can sell us some of the, including the top ones.
Round poles.
Round poles only.
Parallels,
so the parallels.
We need 45 parallels.
45 parallels.
Yeah.
So we have to come to a conclusion. I'm gonna be, who is selling here some of the trees? Nani anauzanga miti? Nana ge? Agene beri. Yura anauza? Anauza? Imetengera atoke? Tunataka parallel. Sasa kesho nikikuja utanipeleka, si ndio? Tubageni bei. Tusikie vile anasema, si ndio? Guys, parallel? Parallel?
Nataka nimwambie tu parallel ni 150.
Tutaenda tuelewane. Yeah. So guys, I think about tomorrow I'm gonna be coming back here and to make sure that we're gonna be going to discuss with this kind of the owners of the trees, so we can just come to a conclusion whereby we can understand how really it meant and how they're gonna be selling this kind of the trees as we're gonna be starting to venture it out. So, umekula pipi? Uko poa? Sasa uriniambe nikulete godoro. She told me that I have to come with a mattress. I will bring you a mattress. And she's the second one. I will bring her mattress a little bit here so they can just be sleeping. She has a sister. I don't know where the sister is. And I don't know where the sister. So this is the life, guys. So you can imagine this is the life we are talking about here. This is the life here. So these are just the way they are just dressing whenever it's just a rainy season. So it's something which is yeah, they have the brothers here. And so this is how they are. And this boy was this way every time, including now the long trouser down here. Only God knows. Exactly. I don't lie. You can see. Hey, bro, you go fit? Go sawa? Good. Fantastic. So guys, thank you very much for you being tuned and locked in. Let's chip in and make a difference here. And as we're going to be making a difference, we're going to be getting this kind of the young people in a good way area. We talked about we're going to be having a permanent solution. A permanent solution. Not that we're going to be talking about, oh, we have to do some of the things that will be just temporary. No, we have to do something which is more permanent. Oh, the sister, yeah, the sister is here. And I was sympathizing with much of the shoes here. Mambo kopoa? Nilikuambia nitakuletea godoro, si ndio? Nitakuletea, sawa? Nikikuja labda hata kesho ama kesho kutwa, si ndio? I'll have to bring her a little bit of a mattress. She told me that a little bit shenanigans in terms of sleeping. So I'm going to be handling it. The sister, she's here. Very meticulous. Exactly. So guys, keep it tuned. I'm going to be back to this kind of the section as far as everything going to be in tune, so you can just handle this kind of the matters once and for all. This is a permanent solution we're going to be making here. And whenever you see much of the heads put together, understand that these are just the gentlemen to make sure that the nation is just moving. Keep it tuned. Coming back in a short while.